Hey everyone! What is good? This is SilverHyena back again with a new video. Welcome back to the channel. And for today's video, what I have are these Firefly alcohol-based markers. Now, I found these at Tuesday morning, which up until this point I had never even been inside of a Tuesday morning. So I had heard about it from some other YouTube videos and that you could get some really inexpensive art supplies there. So I decided to check it out for myself. As you can see, this set of 12, this one is all pinks and reds, and this other set here is blues and greens. As you can see, it is regularly valued at about $30. I got it for $10. But of course, we need to see how well they actually do. So, let's get to swatching. Alright, here we are. We are ready to go. Got my B marker paper, have my little protector sheet under there, and it is time to unbox. So I really like the container this comes in. I like that it's got the hinged lid. It closes up nice and neat. And while yes, you can have your markers up straight, I prefer storing them flat just so that the ink doesn't pour all into one side, since these are double-ended. So I'll just pull one out. Oh, here, let me move this real quick. But while you're working with them, look at that. Convenient marker stand. I wasn't even intending to do that, but it works great, so the more you know. Anyways, oh, geez, Butterfingers. I mean, it's even got these nice little grips on there too, and I still managed to drop it. The marker itself has a bit of a triangular shape. Once again, I mean, like, you really have to push it to get it to roll all over the place. And the fine tip has a gray band, so even if you're like that, you can still tell exactly which tip is which at a glance. So let's take a look. Oh. Whoa. There we are. Nice broad tip. Nice chisel. And a bullet tip. Now, it's time to swatch. So I'm gonna speed things up a bit while we take care of that. Okay, so the pinks and reds, they went down very nice, very smooth. I like the color selection, plenty of variant, and okay, so they will bleed through even marker paper, which is why I have my protective sheet down. Some of these colors, like especially number 25 there, I believe it was like salmon, yeah, salmon pink. That one could easily be a skin tone. So I'm gonna do the set of blues and greens next. And then I was gonna try a couple more blending tests before brainstorming up an illustration. Alrighty, so we've got our blues and greens. And I also did some blending tests. Overall, I really like the way these markers blend together. The colors are very nice. And once again, I just want to check. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So definitely use a protector sheet if you decide to get some of these markers for yourself. Now then, I had some ideas of what I wanted to draw, especially wanting to use the pinks and reds with the next holiday coming up being Valentine's Day. I really wanted to use pinks and reds. I know I've already done a Valentine's Day drawing, but I wanted to do 2 this time, so just a moment. Alrighty, so I've got my purple and red color erase pencils. I don't have a pink color erase, but the purple and red should be good enough. And while I did this in another sketchbook, this is just kind of the basic idea that I've got. I'm probably not going to use this exact image, but I wanted to do a cute little Valentine's Day dragon similar to this little guy. So, while not really a thumbnail, I at least did some advanced planning, so yay me! Anyways, let's get started. Okay, so the line art portion is complete. Now, let's get to the coloring, or as I like to call it, the fun part. I'm very pleased with how well these markers performed. When I saw the pink and red set, I knew at once that I wanted to draw some sort of Valentine's Day piece with them. I'll need to do another drawing with these markers with an emphasis on the green and blue set, but that'll have to be another video. My first challenge was figuring out how to blend these reds and pinks together in such a way that they wouldn't just meld into each other and make a big mess. But limited colors can make for a fun challenge. For such inexpensive markers, the colors are very nice and rich. A wonderful combination. I figured that I could use the blues for the little circular flowers. I don't even know what they are, only that they're cute tiny flowers, along with the eyes. Speaking of the eyes, I wasn't originally intending for them to look like gemstones. I was actually going for large, black, liquidy, you know the type, with like the huge highlights. But I love how they turned out. Now, the roses were tricky, if only because I was trying to make sure that the flowers didn't camouflage themselves into the dragon. Roses! Those are popular for Valentine's Day, right? Plus, that's what I had easily accessible reference photos of. Yeah, you can kind of see how heavy I am into Valentine's Day. Lol. That, plus I snuck a cute little heart onto our dragon friend. Seriously, whenever I pass by the garden section of a store, or see a nice flower in a park, or an interesting tree, I pull out my phone and start snapping photos. You can never have too many reference photos. Seriously. Whenever possible, I always take my own reference pics. I mean, most of us carry an amazing tiny computer in our pockets anymore. Some of us even use them to make phone calls. Say it isn't so. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this into a thing about smartphones and cameras and whatever, but I am a huge advocate for take your own reference photos when you have the chance. That way, it's yours. You don't have to worry about, am I going to get busted for some sort of copyright or whatever? Because, yeah, copyright's a thing. You got to be careful, and especially if trademark anything. Yeah, that's a whole nother animal. But if you take your own photo of a rose that's just in the ground, that's your photo to use with however you want. That's why I encourage people to take their own reference photos. Okay, back to the markers. These markers were worth every penny I spent on them. Heck, I'd be happy if I'd have spent the original $30 price tag. But $20 plus tax for both sets was an absolute steal. Very pleased. Easy 7.5 to 8 out of 10. After all, there's always room for some sort of teeny tiny improvement. The only thing I can think of to pick at would be no official refills. I searched but couldn't find any. Please correct me if I am wrong. That's about it. I have nothing else but nice things to say about these markers. I love them. Have you ever used these markers? If so, comment about your experience. I always love to hear what you guys have to say. Alrighty, here we are. Let me show you the back. Definitely have plenty of bleed through, but that protector sheet works wonders. So here is the finished illustration. I, for one, am very pleased with how these markers performed. I thought they were absolutely beautiful. I loved them. And they were so inexpensive too. Tuesday morning, that's where I found them. Please be sure to leave a like if you found this video helpful and enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you would like to help support the channel, please consider visiting my Redbubble store and picking up some of my cool merch, or I also have a link to my PayPal in the description below. Anyways, this is SilverHyena signing off. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Bye!